Hello, everyone. I am Tacet, and welcome to the Gems of War Invasions week 7. No, wrong. Week 16, day 7. So obviously we're done with Invasion by now. But today we're going to be going over the event for next week, which is unfortunately bringing Brown Tower of Doom back again. We have not gotten yellow and green, I believe, but we are getting a repeat on brown. It's probably going to get back to yellow or green eventually. Not sure why they're repeating already, but we do have brown again. But yeah, we'll have that next week and another troop. So let's just go over that real quick. Then we'll be messing around with delves, some maps, finishing out the little event thingy, and all that good stuff, and probably mess around with the hero class if we have any time left. What am I doing right here? We're trying to get the window. I believe that's the right one. Yes, it is. Let me center it because I moved it a bit earlier for whatever we were doing earlier with the previous stream. That's centered enough. Anyways, there we go. Okay, so the new trip. It is a weird one. It is a brown-blue. It isn't epic, so if you need to go get brown-blue arcane trait stones, great time to go and stock up on them, as they're only going to be 200 glory each. You know, 400 per pack, but you get 2. So really good value there. But yeah, definitely go stack up on them. It's only 11 mana cost for its ability. It does 34 split damage, or a magic, or basically whatever its magic is, plus the base value, into just a little bit of scatter damage. Basically, this amount of damage is going to be nearly 0. It's a very trivial amount. But the whole purpose of this thing is it jumbles the entire enemy team. This is the first time this mechanic has been added to the game. And essentially, based on its description, I assume what it will do is it'll move all 4 troops on the enemy's team into a different location. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't know if it will guarantee move every single one to a different one, but that seems like what it will do. So first we'll go to, like, 3rd, 2nd to 1st, 3rd to 2nd, and 4th to... Oh, never mind, 4th's already in 4th. But, you know, they're all basically go to a different location than they currently are. It's going to be pretty good against skull spam teams and other teams that are just really dependent on being in a certain order. But for the most part, he does basically nothing else other than that, so I wouldn't really advise using him for that. He seems like a really annoying troop, but one you'd almost never use just because he'd be way too slow. But a fun troll troop, if nothing else, to mess around with. Other than that, he has Warder Link, so he doesn't need a +1. He already has his +1 on himself, so you don't need to bother wasting a banner for him. And overall, yeah, an interesting troop, though probably won't really be used for anything other than trolling people on defend. So, yeah, we have another annoying brown to deal with on defend if we didn't already have enough very viable brown on defends. But anyway, speaking about browns, we also have the brown Tower of Doom repeating again. We are getting a different weapon, though, not the same weapon as last time. Gives all allies a bunch of life, +2 per tempering level, which is the amount of upgrade that it has. So if it's currently at +5, that'd be 10 additional life. It then gives 5 mana to all allies, and if there's a Doom on the enemy team, it'll give additional 4, meaning 9 mana to all allies if there's a Doom on the enemy team, or 5 to all allies otherwise. And for every brown enemy, he ends up giving 2 magic to all allies, so a maximum of 8 if the entire enemy team is brown. But yeah, pretty average weapon, nothing really too over the top. It'll probably have some explosions, I would assume, given that it's, given what they are. I'm not sure what the other 5 perks are, but we'll find out tomorrow to see how viable it actually is, but it seems pretty underwhelming for the most part. The previous brown Doom weapon does seem like the better choice, so much so I might just put all my upgrades that we get this week into the previous brown weapon rather than wasting it into this, because yeah, I don't really foresee myself ever really using that with how many other good brown weapons are, and I'd rather just use the other one that creates a bunch of Doom Skulls. But yeah, that's everything that's coming in with that, so let me go close that out. Other than that, the other noteworthy thing that is coming next week is next Friday. We are getting a new Mythic. Actually, while we're already on the screen, let me go and... never mind, let me go show that as well. We'll go show the next Mythic as well for Friday. Normally I don't bother showing the ones in advance, but might as well, since there isn't as much to show troop-wise. Where'd it go? Also, do keep in mind the one I'm about to show might not be official. They might change it before then. But let me go bring up the one for the Mythic real quick. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I have to click on this one so we actually get the info. Let me zoom in because it's so small otherwise. And there we go. Oh yeah, oops, and you guys can't see it because I made it invisible. Where'd it go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so the Tina 9000. It is a Mythic Adana mech. It's coming out this Friday. It is a red, brown, green. Green is pretty relevant because basically no mechs really use green, or at least not really any viable ones. So that's a nice little hole that's filling within mechs. It deals... That's so hard to really say, but basically, it's going to do magic times 2 plus 8 true damage, and half of that will be its in-between value. So it hits everything from half of that value all the way to that full value is what it does. Kind of like an Orion, except with true damage. And it does that to 3 random enemies. We do not know yet if that can multi-hit the same enemy, but if it could double hit a single enemy or triple hit the same enemy, that is going to be very, very, very strong. I believe it will, because it will probably function very similar to how Cannon does, and Cannon does have the capability of multi-hitting the same thing. So if this thing can, that is a lot of potential true damage, though it will be pretty inconsistent in a lot of ways, mainly because it could hit anywhere from half to full value, and what it hits is completely random. So it could hit the same thing 3 times, could hit the same thing 2 times, could hit 3 completely different things. You don't really know. And on top of that, it also gains a really high amount of armor, similar to the amount of maximum damage that it could do. Other than that, it has 50% skull damage based on its current armor. This is not that good for 2 reasons. One is this troop has no barrier whatsoever, and the other reason it has no skull mitigation whatsoever. So it has no armor to mitigate against skulls, and it has just nothing to keep itself protected. So even though it does do a lot of damage based on its armor, not only is it not true damage, not only does it not have any protection, but there's basically no way to keep that value high other than casting the ability. So yeah, I don't really feel like it's going to be that good of a final trait. It does have an interesting middle trait, though, which is 50% spell reduction. And that, combined with its extra armor that it gets, would probably make it a pretty good second slot troop. And if you're ever going to bother using this thing, it is most likely going to be used within the composition of a pure true damage team, which works pretty well because I believe Brown fills the gap in true damage as well. I don't think there's too many good Brown true damage troops, so that's pretty nice. So overall, seems okay. Definitely above average for a Mythic, but I feel like in the current state of the game, it's not going to be used much, just because true damage isn't really the greatest these days. But it does have quite a bit of potential. Also, keep in mind that might change before Friday. That's not official until it actually gets released, but yeah, hopefully it'll be at least usable, if nothing else. But anyways, that's everything that's coming in next week of relevance. And we just have our normal events for everything else. I don't think we're getting a new pet. No, it's just a bunny again. And all we have is just the Primal Rift for Tuesday, bunny for Wednesday. I have no clue what hero class for Thursday, but it probably doesn't matter much. And Friday, of course, we get the Mythic, and that's pretty much next week. Anyways, while we're here, let's go to dungeons real quick. It's Diamond Day, so definitely want to make sure we get these down. Let's not do it with that. Where's my key team? Key. Also, we've been slowly upgrading Necromancer. What do we get it up to currently? Necromancer's at 59, and we have Sentinel at 41. Still need to get a lot more leveling on Sentinel, though. Main thing holding him back from using him anywhere is just the fact that he doesn't have half-mana start. It'd be too slow to do it with stuff like this if we were to switch out to a half-mana start, or to something that doesn't have half-mana start, I mean. But yeah, hello everyone. Hello Jose. Hello Churros. Hello Xmoss. Hello Mehmet. Hello Mortimer. Hello Mulu. Hello Demon or Angel. Hello Kevin. Hello Medieval. Hello Skeleton King. Hello Raven. Hello Pit Pap, and hello everyone else. Funny how the 2 mythics that should be good front tanks are good in first. Oh yes, that is kind of funny. Yeah, they do that sometimes. I feel like Stonehammer is a lot more of an offender of that, though. Stonehammer is supposed to be basically the best tank in the game, yet there are at minimum 50 options that are better than him. Mainly Gorgolfa and every hero with 40% reduction, every single troop that naturally gains barrier, Titan, Sentinel, and probably almost even just anything with 50% score reduction that happens to not block mana like crazy. But yeah, they really need to consider doing something with Stonehammer to rework him. There's a lot of potential for using him. They just need to make him a better... His mana needs to be 20 instead of 24 for the cost, and they need to completely revamp what his ability does. That or just add on to it. They could literally keep everything it already had, just add some kind of extra effect, like maybe gaining a bunch of life and armor or something on top of what it does, kind of like how Crown does. Or even moving to first position exactly like Crown. Basically, just add what Crown does on top of Stonehammer, and he'd be viable. Just take the exact thing that a Crown does, make it slightly less effective, keep everything that Stonehammer already does, and then boom, you got yourself a viable troop. Or at least semi-viable. He would still probably never be used, but at least he'd be more usable than he is now. Okay, throw a key down. Another map, which we'll be using in a moment because we need to still do several more maps. Didn't get any more grind onto it, but it won't take that long. I think we have like not even a half an hour more of maps. I think it's like 20 minutes. How many more we need to go do? That's out the way. So, next order of business. Let's go and let's go do our delves before we go to the maps. But yeah, as far as the map event, do highly advise getting it done. Still plenty of time to get it done. It can be done in 2 hours or less, and we still have like 5 hours till reset or however long it is. But yeah, I would highly advise doing it. We're almost done with it. Just need to get the last grind for the 8 gem keys, which I do want to get because we will be using gem keys this Friday to try to get the new Mythic, and one of those 8 keys could potentially have the Mythic in it. Also, we'll have a redeem code a little bit for 1 gem key as well. Let's go head over to Warrens. We're still accumulating shards. Not this Friday, but the following Friday will be a new faction, so yeah, we'll have that to look forward to. It will be bringing in the Cursed mechanic? I believe it's bringing in the Cursed mechanic. Should have like 2 things that do Curse. I believe they all do it on Skull as well. But yes, the Curse mechanic, which technically exists right now, but nothing really does that 100%, will be introduced in next faction. And that's in 2 Fridays from now. Not this week, but next week's Friday. So yeah, we have that to look forward to. Okay, can we finally get a Cedric room already? No! Wow, it's even a treasure room, but it's not a Cedric. We're almost up to 2 weeks of no Cedric. I think it's 10 or 11 days now with no Cedric. Oh no! The explosion! It ruined my perfect 5 times right there. Oh well, we'll just take it manually. Double kill. Let him move us twice. I guess we'll just take mana for now. Nothing else to take. We'll try for the blue up the top. Grab a red surge. Destroy everything. And now I need him to cast 1 more time before I win. So let's do that for now. So let's let him move us. Let it switch. Come on. No, I did not want an extra turn. Stop extra turning. There we go. And then we kill him out. 100k souls away from Dawnbringer. Congratulations. Very nice milestone. You might grind it out tonight. Yeah, might as well. It only takes a few hours from there. Depending on what method you're using. Are you going to use new class in Doom Tower? Probably. It is brown, so it is probably one of the best times to use it. Unfortunately, it would need to be level 70 to fully utilize it, just because we would need, well, technically 100 to fully utilize it, but 70 because it gives +1 brown. So I'm not certain if I will be. I probably will just initially, just to mess around with it. If nothing else, just to give it free HP. But no, I probably will be switching over to Titan once we get deeper into the Delves. I mean, into the Tower of Doom. And the main reason for that is just because I don't have it maxed. If it was 100 right now, I probably would. But I won't have it to a level 100 by then. Probably won't have it to a level 100 for another 2 weeks or so. But it's worth it because it saves us like over 2,000 gems doing it manually than it would if we were to just buy it immediately. I'm still holding off gems in case they start adding more features in the future that require a lot of gems, just so that we have a good surplus of them, just so we don't run out to show whatever new content they might do in the future. And who knows, there might be something in next patch that uses it. No, actually, there is and there isn't. Can't say what it is. But as always good to keep a reserve of gems because you never know what they might do. As gems is technically the premium currency of this game, so whenever you can accumulate a bunch and start saving them, you kind of do want to. No! Wait, we might actually... Wait, no! We might actually legitimately lose this. Let's see. What's with all the loop? And he got that perfect silence, too. This is bad. As long as I can get unsilenced in a timely manner, it shouldn't be too bad, though. But problem is, it isn't unsilenced yet. Also, I need to cast Greed just so he doesn't die. Gosh. We'll do that. Don't skull us. Come on, Cedric. Live. You got this. Okay, we still don't have Hero operational. I guess I'll take another green just so we can give Greed more HP. Doesn't even surge. There we go. Okay, right on time. That key came to save us. It still might not be a win, though. Or you'll still might lose something, I mean. No, he didn't go for it. Ooh. The key or not to key? If we key right now, we lose, I'm gonna key. It's fine. We're gonna lose our hero, though. Oh, good, he didn't go for it. Never mind. Ooh. We might be able to win this without losing something. Okay, we'll throw this down. Hope for an extra turn. Okay, at least it didn't damage us. Oh, almost. Almost got it. There we go. How on earth did we survive that battle? The AI had like 3 opportunities to kill us and it didn't go for a single one of them. Haha. Am I hinting another gem sink? No, I'm actually not. I don't know, what can I say about it? Well, some of it was already posted publicly under spoiler thread, but let's see. I can't say like exactly what it is, but I can say that it isn't any more of a gem sink than it already is, if that makes sense. Because it's being put over top of other things that already exist. So to a degree, you're probably not spending any more gems than you already are, most likely. So it may make it more tempting to spend more gems than you already are. Is basically what it is. Let's see. Okay. I'll go into this one. If anything, it's actually an anti-gem sink, because it's technically being put over top of things we already gem sink into, in a way. But it will still make more people probably spend gems on it, so I don't know, it depends which way you look at it. Hard to explain without actually saying what it is. Yeah, we'll throw a key down. Get her destroy there. We'll take the red down, the key. Besides the new Mythic on the first Friday of each month, is there any specific day or week that would affect what gem glory keys would drop? No. Other than the week that the exclusive legend is in the drop table, there is absolutely no effect on the drop table of glory and gem keys. The only thing that you could really kind of say that slightly affects it is every single time a new glory or anytime a new glory troop or a legendary troop, that's basically any event related troop. So an invasion troop or a new bounty troop or a glory related troop or something, a new legend available in event keys on a given week. Any of those kind of troops, they're only available for that 1 week, and then they're out of the drop table for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then they get back into the drop table. So the only thing that's really being updated on the glory and gem key drop table every single week is what old 4 to 6 week old troop is being added to the drop table. But that's the only difference that ever happens to that. And for the most part, you don't really need to worry about those. Because if you really needed a lot of copies of them, you probably would have gotten it during the event itself. If there was something more desirable to actually obtain. And we'll let him have a skull there. It's nowhere near enough to kill. Get a key in there. Get a red. All the reds right there. Get a key to key. We'll take the red because why not? And down it goes. Oops, not quite. So let's take a skull. Yeah, we'll throw that down. And he'll die off of that. There we go. Okay, we'll take this one. Oh wait, they're both treasure rooms, right? I guess it doesn't matter what order. We'll take the smaller one, the bigger one. You're using Dragonsoul, Azurus, Ra, and Umberwolf. Sounds pretty good. Okay. Yeah, with that team, you should be able to get it done in 3 hours then if you only need 100,000. 3 hours, give or take about half an hour. Okay, one more key should do it. Oh no, well, never mind. 2 more keys will do it. Won't be enough to kill second slot or third slot, I guess, at this point. Oh no, never mind. Yes, it will. The 5 damage is enough. Survives with 4, but then the 5 comes in. You love the new gnome rate. You hope they don't fix it. I know. I don't know why. It seems like gnomes are more common lately. I don't know what they did that accidentally adjusted it, if it even got adjusted, but it does seem more common than normal. Not like Vault Key common, but, or, you know, not like Vault Event common, but definitely more than normal. Because I noticed that a lot, too, this week when I was upgrading Sentinel class. And just playing in general. Though, of course, most of it was upgrading Sentinel class. Unfortunately, gnomes can't appear in this game mode, though. in not Tower of Doom, in Delves. Though they can't appear in Tower of Doom either. Only Valravens appear in Tower of Doom. Okay, we'll grab over yellow there. Got reds that we need. Also, if anyone still has any other questions, just let me know. We'll make sure to go over them. And yeah, next patch should be coming probably March. No official date yet, though. Soon TM for the exact date. But yeah, it should most likely be sometime in March. Next update's interesting. It's bringing actually a bit less than I thought it was. But still looks somewhat decent. We haven't gotten to test everything with it though yet. There's still some features that we haven't gotten to test. One in particular that's actually relatively big that doesn't seem to be in the actual beta yet. I don't know if we're even going to be allowed to test it. But it's the it's going to be an interesting mechanic to say the least. Can't really say, even if I knew stuff on it, but I don't even know anything on it specifically, but I don't know why they're hiding it. I want to know what it is. Because it's a interesting mechanic that could make some things in the game easier. Like, Pure Faction. It's not their actual fix to Pure Faction, but it is something that could make Pure Factions easier into the future. Also, why on earth is this layout so bad? But I don't know how effective it's actually going to be because we haven't gotten to use it yet. We haven't gotten to show it in the beta. We probably will get to see it by the end of it, but we haven't done it yet. So we'll grab all that, get our reds there, take the last of our red, destroy everything, throw a key down. Get another key. Also, did they ever bother putting an official spoiler on their social media? I don't think they did. I checked last Friday and they didn't. I didn't check since then though. Go check Facebook real quick. Let's see. I have more notifications, so that could mean that they did. I don't think they did though. Let me go check. Gems of War. Let's see. Do we have a new spoiler yet? Did they mention one? Nope. They just mentioned 5 minutes ago that Salty's streaming tomorrow. They mentioned a new event for the other thing. Oh, there we go. They did actually do it. It must have been during the stream or after the fact. All it was is an image of the new chat system. Ooh. Yes, let me actually go show this because I can go say some more things that I haven't said already then. Let's see. Let me go bring it up real quick. Where is it? Open a new tab. Move it over just so I could bring it up as its own gigantic window. Let's see. Where'd it go? Here we go. Make it nice and large. Where's my window capture? Window. There it is. Make it nice and big so it can be seen. And there you guys go. Actually, can I zoom that in a little bit? Let's see. Well, then again, it doesn't really matter what their chat is, does it? But let's see. So what can I say about this current thing? So obviously we have a completely new chat system coming in next patch. They're completely overhauling the current chat system for this new one. So yeah, you can still change the chat channels that you can see all the way to the left over there. You can still switch whatever chat channel you're in. You can have your own, of course it still has the guild chat. It doesn't have private messaging or anything yet, unfortunately though. It has the whole nice little settings menu now instead of having like some kind of hidden sidebar for it. You also get to collect various stuff. They're relatively easy to get. I don't know if they're going to make some really hard ones because these are like super ultra casual to obtain. I guess that's spoiling it a little bit, but they do have titles now, like some games have. None of these people currently have their title on, but it just appears next to your name. Portraits are these little things that you see. There's a pretty limited amount of them, unfortunately, but I believe it's for every single kingdom and for a couple other things. As you can see, there's Mab, there's what's her name, and Tezka, or whatever her name is, and other stuff like that you can set for your things, for your little icon. Unfortunately, you can't do it for a lot of the troops I would want to actually set it for. Maybe they'll add more in the future. And they have a bunch of emojis. They seem pretty simple, but we do have all the gems and like all 6 of the color gems. That's what that little face thing over there is for. And they just added a little bit of emojis that you could add to your things. Very limited, but still has it. Also, color codes still work. I did make sure to check that. But yeah, they basically completely revamped the chat system. It's overall, I would say, much nicer than it was before. I forget if it has a timestamp feature or not, if they bothered adding that. I actually forgot to check that. I don't think it does. Something they do need to add eventually. But overall, assuming that chat works properly now, that they've completely recoded it, which I hope it would. I haven't tested it enough to really know for sure, because it's not live servers either, so hard to tell. But yeah, hopefully its chat finally works now. And that's a spoiler that they did. That's actually probably one of the biggest things coming next patch, is the complete rework to the whole chat system like that. But yeah, there we go. Also, I just realized something. Am I even using the right mic right now? Hold up. Yeah, no, I am. Never mind. I don't know why I thought it was the wrong one. I just saw that the mic was spiking a little bit more than normal. Anyways, could just be that I'm talking louder. Anyways, that's the spoilers with that. Oops, that's not the right one. There we go. But yeah, that's the only spoiler that they end up posting with that. We'll have more to show in the very near future, as far as spoilers for next patch. That I'm actually allowed to show. Oops, wrong direction. Top is the right way this time. No, it shouldn't be as buggy as the current chat. That's the whole reason why they are redoing the chat, is to get rid of all the bugs that current chat has. Oh wow, he just got a skull combo on us. Let's see. Hello, Chris. Hello, Brotman. Hello, Captain. Let's see. Hello, Christy. Let's see. Hello, Alan. Thanks. You would send me millions if you were rich. Well, I would appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, Gems of War is definitely the best match 3 game there is out there. That is for sure. That is for sure. Didn't they say their Q&A that they're working on a chat renewal for early 2019? Yes, that's what this is. This patch right here is the chat renewal that they're doing. They basically overhauled the previous chat and they are adding this new chat system to it. That is exactly what they're doing. And it will be next patch. And it is overall much better than the current chat. So how buggy it is still questionable. Because they haven't let us test on live servers yet. Actually, I don't even know if this time around we'll get to see the live servers or not. Okay, I'll take Skull Undead. Need to get Bill Gates addicted to Gems of War. What we need is it to release on Switch. That's what we need. I wouldn't be surprised if the player base increases by at least like 50% if it releases on Switch, if not double. Better than the current chat does not really say much. Good point, good point. That is a pretty low bar to set, saying that it needs to be better than the current chat. Well, it's definitely better than the current chat. I would say it's, for a free-to-play game, it's a pretty decent chat. Will it replace other people using Discord and stuff? I don't think so, because it still doesn't allow you to copy-paste from the lines and stuff like that. I also don't believe hyperlinks still don't work, though I think that's more of a privacy policy thing more so than anything. But yeah, there's still some features for the chat that unfortunately don't exist, and timestamps, that's the other pretty big one. But overall, it looks pretty good. And from what I can tell, it's not dropping any chat lines or anything like that. It seems to actually be working when it's working, though that's hard to tell as well because it's not on live servers yet. That could completely change once it's on live servers. Let's see. Looks like Gems of War is getting a sort of energy system now, though. Why would you say that? It's not getting any energy system. I didn't see a single thing in the beta that would suggest anything like that. What makes you say that? Well, the closest thing that we have to an energy system, unfortunately, are things like Invasions, Tower of Doom, stuff like that, where it gives you a set amount of battles. But other than that, there really isn't anything energy system based. And the only reason for what currently exists as energy system is mainly to act as a gem sink now that they're not releasing kingdoms anymore. They basically replaced kingdoms' roles as the gem sink for the game. Otherwise, there's just going to be a gigantic surplus of gems. Actually, even in the current state of the game, at least in end game, there's still a surplus of gems. You could easily, at least in end game, gain way more gems than the amount that you need to spend every week. Because late game gem accumulation is around, I would say about 1,000 to 2,000 per week, give or take. Whereas the amount you need to spend can vary anywhere from only about 250 gems to about 1,500, depending on the week, with the highest weeks being bounty hunter weeks. But overall, the average probably comes down to only like 500 gems being needed to be spent per week, approximately. Whereas you can easily gain double that in late game. Okay, we'll throw the other one down. Do you think they would ever allow a player marketplace for game resources? No. There's a 100% chance they will never do that. They won't even let you like loan cards or anything like that, like some other games do. But no, I don't think they're ever going to allow a trading system for this game of any kind. Just because late game players have way too many resources, particularly the ones that have been playing for multiple years compared to a newer player. There are multiple people that have multiple copies of literally every card in the game. They could just give like half their guild one copy of basically everything in the game. Actually, I don't think anyone has that much. But you know, there's people that have like absolutely everything, but also have like 3-4 copies of some mythics as well. But it would just break the economy too much if they allowed it. And there's plenty of people that have dozens upon dozens of legends. I do feel like they charge too much for legends, though. They put them in like $50 pack things. It should be like 20 or 30 with everything else that they come with. But if they ever added like a marketplace, the value of a legend would go down to like 50 gems. Like I would trade my legends away for like 10 gems. Any of them. Like, you want a Dragon Soul? Here you go. Just give me 10 gems. Like, they would never actually do that. Because the price of every troop would just go down drastically, other than Mythics. Let's see. We'll take green. Destroy everything. Get a key down. Oh, we lost Cedric. Whoops. Oh, well, we only have, like, 2 more battles left. Not gonna matter that we don't have him. We just need better ways to spend existing resources. Yes, exactly so. They're going to be doing that for trait stones sometime in the future. But they seem to keep wanting to just keep adding ways to do it with gems, which is a little bit annoying because there's plenty of other resources that need to be synced that aren't just gems. That's something I meant to make a post on too on the forum, but I never bothered getting around to it. Making a list of every single thing that needs a sync. Pet foods need a sync. Ideally a way to just make pets stronger for either a day or a week by using pet food. That and the ability to craft them in Soulforge. Trait stones need a sync, but they already are finding some kind of way for that. Souls need a better sync, so just need to keep updating Soulforge, as Soulforge's purpose is supposed to be to sync them. Maybe add more mythic weapons or just more things in general in Soulforge that require souls. Maybe even the ability to sync ingots by allowing a way to upgrade them or use them for other things, like turning them into trait stones or vice versa. Let's see what other things needed sync. Glory technically needs a sync. They're actually doing an anti-sync to it next patch, which is kind of funny. But we really need something to sync it into other than just glory keys. I guess glory keys are supposed to be like the main thing to sync it into. But I don't know, I don't see why they couldn't add another. And what other things still need sync? I mentioned ingots, trait stones. Maps need a sync, or at least a better way to use them, or at least update maps so that it's more desirable to use maps on what they're supposed to be used on, which is treasure hunt, of course. And what else? Even a card sync wouldn't be too bad, just because disenchanting is very dated. The disenchanting system hasn't been updated since day 1 of the game. The disenchanting system that was in place then is the exact same disenchanting system in place now. The only difference is you can disenchant them all with one button rather than having to do them one at a time, which used to be obviously very tedious. But as far as the actual value of disenchanting, it's been the same since day one of the game 4 years ago, which is a completely different economy of the game, of course, and they've never bothered updating it. And that's pretty much most of the things that they need to think for. I think there was one other thing I'm forgetting. The two biggest things that probably have the best sync right now are gold and gems. Like, those two are perfectly handled. They don't need to keep touching those. Like, both of those things are perfectly fine. Gold has guild, or it initially has the upgrading of kingdoms, then it has guild, and then it has the upgrading of factions. And in that combination, gold sync is pretty much taken care of. Gem sync, they've done like 1.5 billion things for. They could stop doing that now. Though they're not, because it's the premium currency of the game, so they're probably going to keep still syncing that over time. But, yeah, and then like every other thing, they've never really bothered putting syncs for, unfortunately. Because they've just been focusing on gold and gems the most. With all the syncs they've been adding recently. Okay, can we win before he casts? Otherwise, I need to let him cast twice. Nope, apparently we gotta let him cast twice. Hopefully we don't accidentally kill him. I need to deliberately not win. Let's see, I also need to deliberately not die. But, let's see, we'll go give him some gold just in case. Don't need him dying out. There we go. And kill him with a key. Hello, William! Have I gone over the list? Oh! I completely forgot to reorganize it. My bad. I'll guarantee have that by tomorrow night. My bad. But if you still had anything to mention, let me know. But yes, I will be sending that to them sometime next week. Probably just through the beta. I don't think I'm going to post it publicly. So we'll be showing it on stream publicly. But yes, I still need to go organize it and add a few more things to it. And also go through the beta a little bit more just to make sure I don't accidentally repeat something that's already in the beta. Because some of the things that were mentioned actually are in the beta. Not too many. Like a very, very small amount. But some of them were mentioned. Mostly the ones related to chat. Better rewards for chest levels and delves? Did I mention that on the thing? I believe I did. But yeah, that definitely needs to be a thing. I still don't understand why level 12 delve is the same reward as level 500. Doesn't make any sense. I think the way that they have chest scaling is fine. Just to make sure that RNG doesn't drastically give you better rewards. The way they currently have it scaled, I personally feel like it's fine. It's just the actual levels that aren't fine. Like level 20 given the same as 100, given the same as 200, given the same as 500 doesn't make sense. But personally, I don't feel like they should make level 10 and level 9 chests insanely good. Just because it's pure luck if you get it or not. Okay, we'll take that down. Though I do feel like a level 10 chest should kind of have something unique, if nothing else. Like something that you could only get in delves, so you would get it slowly over time. The only thing that we currently have that you can only get from delves are the delve pets. But every single delve pet is useless unless you just want to put it on your shoulder for the fun of it. Like the most recent one we have on our shoulder from Fangowolf. But they don't really serve much of a purpose bonus-wise. Just because you would almost never run pure faction. Oh, I didn't even realize we finally got a Cedric. It only took us like 11 days, but we finally got a Cedric. That took way too long. But any delve that has a Cedric in it, particularly when we're using this team, just gives an absurdly good amount of gold. We'll take that. Grab our red if we can in a second. Never mind, we don't have any way to go grab it. We'll just take a purple over for now, let that happen. Take the red from the top. Grab that, get Destroy down. And then we start throwing keys. Oh, we got a problem. He has 1 HP. Oh no, that's the problem when we don't have hero class that is Thief. We can't set it to Dagger, which gives us +2 extra magic, which allows us to kill him. Well, that's a fail. Are we really about to get... Okay, good, he didn't get us yet. I need this extra turn. Oh no. No, he just shuffled our team. Oh well, at least we have Cedric damage, so it shouldn't matter too much. But now we have to deal with the delay from Greed. And there's no way to get him to move us again, because I already killed him. But oh well, at least we get a good amount of gold. Oh, apparently we get a level as well. Perfect timing on that. So now we'll go take the 1.3 and then go grab the 2 bigger rooms, and then I guess we'll just take the 2 smaller ones. Yeah, we'll take blue to blue. I don't need it, but might as well grab it. Get our gold as well. Get all that. Take a purple so he doesn't block our green. He's still going to block our green. But let me just throw a key whenever we get it because it is super auto kill. How much damage that is. Not even going to bother taking anything else. Let's go for all the browns. Okay. We'll move the top brown. Not enough for full. Grab that blue right there. See if we can get another one right in the middle. No, we do not have any way to move. Oh wait, why did I do that? That is like the exact opposite of what we should be doing. Oh, at least we fed his mana back. We'll take our red, destroy everything, and that should be matched. Throw the key down. He doesn't have barrier, so it doesn't matter how much he buffs that by. We're doing like 300 something damage. Not going to be enough. Did the stream go down for a moment? See when it does that. Still have no clue what's causing that. It just likes doing it randomly out of nowhere. And it's kind of weird too, because most other things I do that require internet access don't normally spike like that. Okay, which one do we take? They're both 1.15, so it actually doesn't matter which one we go for. So go for this one, go for the other one, take the boss room, and then we need to go do a bunch of maps. I still need to go finish that out before the end of this week. Or by the end of this week, I mean in 5 hours, in order to get it done. And also, if you haven't started all maps yet, even if you hate doing maps, I do highly advise doing it. You still have, what, 5 hours? Yeah, 5 hours and 13 minutes. And it only takes 2 hours or less to complete. And it gives like 90 gems, 8 gem keys, and all the loot that you would normally get from Treasure Hunt on the way, which would be upwards of 100 gems just from that, among a few other resources. It's a really good value. Okay, let's grab all of our gold there, take that down. Another red. Actually, can we grab another red? We'll stick brown to red. Grab that. Get the thief in there. Key to key. And then we take final room. Maybe just take that because it's enough mana for egg thief. At this point, we can almost just kill it with skulls. So we'll do it with a key, just so we don't have to wait for them to cascade. What decides the path I go in delves? Normally, it's based on multiplier order. This particular delve was based on go rush to Cedric, because Cedric gives absurd amount of gold. But whenever there's not a Cedric, it's basically just multiplier order. It's multiplier order, but you save treasure rooms for last. The exception to that is Cedric room, in which you rush it down as quickly as possible. Because Cedric rooms gives you, even though it is a treasure room, it gives you more gold every room you do, due to the 100% extra gold bonus. We basically have 5 Cedric Sparkle Stacks on our team. 4 because of the Cedric room, and 1 because, well, we have a Cedric on our team. So obviously Cedric counts as Cedric. But the Cedric room makes every single one of your troops counts as a Cedric as well, which is why our cap is 600 gold instead of 200 or 100. Normally it'd be 100. Cedric is making it 200, and doing the Cedric room increases it by another 400. And there we go. Okay, claim rewards, grab all that. How many yellow-green arcanes do we have, by the way? I feel like that number should be like 500 by now or something. Something really high. Maybe not that high, but probably over 400 by now. Some kind of ridiculously high amount. We're gaining like 9 per day automatically, so it must be pretty high by now. How do you feel about Phoenicia? She's pretty underwhelming. And Yasmin's Chosen. Yasmin's Chosen is much more useful, but still very rarely used. Yasmin's Chosen is definitely more viable, though. You use it in green spam teams. You can also use it in delves, so it's a little bit less consistent than using a Sylvania Mora, but it does have way better damage output than Sylvania Mora. But yeah, it's basically used in delves for entangle, and it's used on any kind of green restriction for green spam. And that's about it. So you would use it for Tower of Doom green, Guild War green, and delves where you can use green, basically, are the locations where you would use her, and that's about it. You wouldn't really ever bring her into PvP. and she's only mainly used for entangle and green spam. And even for green spam, web spinner technically still does that better, green seer does it better, and a few other things. Okay, next order of business. We need to go do maps. Before we do, though, let's give it out a code. And one other thing I wanted to go check real quick. Oh, yes. How many green, yellow do we have? Place your bets now. I think it's over 400. Yeah. Oh, wow. Is it over 400? 587. That is a lot of green, yellow. Whenever they add a trait stone sync, hopefully we could use any of them. Because we're going to spam green, yellow first. If we're going to do any color. That's almost double my lowest trait stone. Actually, wait, it is. Hold up, I lied. It's actually more than double. My lowest right now is 280. Actually, that's the only arcane we don't have to 300, by the way. My lowest is 280, which means it's 560 for double. Which means we have more arcane light than, we have more than double the amount of arcane light than we do our lowest trait stone, our lowest arcane trait stone. Well, actually, I guess it's our lowest trait stone overall as well, because even celestials we have more of, 790. Yeah, we need to go get more pure reds. It's the only trait stone in the entire game that we do not have above 300. And all we have to do is just play Pride Lands for like 2-3 hours and we'll get it. I'm not in any rush to get it though. But it would be a good way to go level the hero. Do both of those simultaneously. But anyways, let me go do maps. We do still need to go and get about... Oh, let me give out code, then go do maps. But we still need to go get 94 more map thingies, which means we need about 940 turns. Which means we technically need about... 1,000 turns, because of course they go over quite a bit. But let me go get the code first before I forget again. Let's see, mark that down, mark it, copy, paste, save, paste it right there, put in the code thing, backspace, redeem. I don't know why he always loves putting that extra space bar in there. Paste that, copy, and there you guys go. There's the redeem code, used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Let's see. What describe? Oh, never mind. I already went over that. What is the wrong in this world? Just fought a guy in arena with a mythic Yagwe, but untraded. Yeah, that shouldn't be possible. Yagwe is not possible to get into that game mode. It is possible to summon him, but it is not possible to start with one. How do you feel? Oh, that might already answer that one. Did I go over the list? No, I did not go over the list. I will be organizing and having that for tomorrow. Sorry, I forgot to do that today. Let's see, but we will be going over it, no worries. But yes, we will be making a list, or we already have the list. I just want to organize it and make sure we have it all, just so it's easier to understand. But, and I'll probably be sending it to them sometime this week. So if you guys still have any suggestions for it, let me know. But I know you wanted me to make, like, the list first, just so you could give better suggestions. Because obviously some people keep mentioning stuff that's already on the list. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I thought you said arena, not PvP. My bad. I read that wrong. Let's see. Oh yeah, no problem for the code, everyone. But anyways, let's go. Oh, let me go over the code real quick. I'm pretty sure most of you know how to use it, but for anyone new here, use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section, or simply click that link. Your invite code is underneath your settings menu, whatever your game says there. The redeem code is the random numbers and letters over in chat. Just go copy paste it. And it gives the same reward as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 2,500 gold. Works on every platform except for the 2 console versions. Okay, next order of business. Let's go and do a bunch of maps. The map grind begins, or I should say ends here. Because after this, we won't need to do it for at least another month or so. At least until they add treasure hunt again. There's no treasure hunt rework coming next patch, unfortunately. Nor the arena rework. It will be coming in the future, but this patch is not it. Okay, we'll grab that for now. Take that. Oh, I could have 5 times. Oh well. Let's go for speed. Don't really need to make sure they're good. Just need to make sure it goes quickly. Because as long as we end near a divisible by 10 number, it's fine. Or, you know, in a way that it's going under, not over. I mean, over, not under. Basically, we want that number. We want the second number. It doesn't matter how far we get, but we need the second number and that number to be as low as possible. Is basically the most efficient way of doing this. Right here, it looks like we're going to try stopping and aiming for 400, it looks like. I mean 40. Why did I say 400? And I do need a few more extra turns for that, though. Where are they? Ooh, that wasn't one. Oh, no, we might not reach it. Going to get the exact opposite of what we want here. A high second number. Ideally, that needs to be like a 0 or 1 or a 2. Can't always help it, though. Okay. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I never mentioned to them the controller glitch thing. I should probably go mention it to them. There's no applicable use for it, but it's still a glitch. It allows you to multi-repick treasure hunt, but it goes too quickly for it to actually be realistically usable. Only controller can do it though. Mouse clicks can't, and I don't believe touchscreen can do it either, because it's basically the same as mouse click. Okay, move that. Take the other thing right there. Grab that. Take the other one. And oh no, we almost had the same thing happen again. Okay, so I'm gonna deliberately not take that for an extra turn. I actually do not want an extra turn here, because we'll end exactly at 50. There we go. Yeah, there's this weird repick thing where if you keep clicking the button, it just repicks a couple times. But you can't see the board long enough to actually know if it was good. Like right there, we actually got rid of a really good board. But yeah, I could do that. But there's no way to freeze the time enough to figure out if it's a good board or not, so it's pointless. Little glitch though. There's always small ones like that that keep popping into the game. Pretty sure that's been in here for a while. I just never noticed it because I only started using controller recently. Actually, this might be the first time I'm even using controller for maps this week around. Because it's been a while since we have to do maps, and I've only been using controller for the game for like, what, 2 months now? 3 months? Since like mid-December. Oh, we didn't get a bag drop. Actually, do we even need it? No. As long as we take it out for an extra turn, it's fine. Now we end exactly at 40. There we go. What would you use to record strategy map video? What do you mean? Just recording in general, your footage? OBS is probably the easiest way to do that. Open broadcast software. It's a free program. It's actually what I use to record all my videos as well. I use OBS for recording and OBS Studio for streaming. They're both free programs and both open source. Turn up the trippy Harry Potter music. Yeah, it is kind of interesting. I don't know why, but Treasure Hunt is the only piece of content in the entire game that has its own music. That would be kind of cool if they did that for other parts of the game eventually. But as it currently stands, Treasure Hunt has exclusive music to it that no other part of the game has. No other game mode has its own music. Tower of Doom doesn't, Raids doesn't, Guild Wars doesn't, PvP doesn't, nothing does. Except for Treasure Hunt for whatever reason. Actually, oddly enough, Treasure Hunt got its own unique music before they even redid the soundtrack for the game. They did at one point completely redo the soundtrack for the game, but they did this before they ever even did that, which is kind of weird. Like the adjustment to specifically Treasure Hunt. That's another thing they need to. Even though most people probably don't pay much attention to it. But the dialogue for troops, they are repeating so many of the old ones. They very rarely ever use any new ones. They just keep repeating all the old soundtracks that they've had for whenever they end up adding troops. And it makes sense for some of them, like the beasts and stuff. But like unique humans and stuff and other ones, they keep just repeating some of the old soundtracks or the audio tracks, I mean. Oh, we ended at 38. That's not good.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Okay. Take that down, grab the other one. Should be within about 70 or 80 range by now. You're liking Doomclaw's damage and Devour. Would it work in a Guild War defend team? Doomclaw, Doomclaw, Doomclaw. Doomclaw, Doomclaw. Oh yeah, Doomclaw is the double Devour thingy. Not as much because the AI will almost always use it incorrectly. But yeah, Doomclaw is an interesting Devour chance. It's one of the few Devours that's completely random that is actually not horrible. I personally don't use it too much just because it is completely random. I do very occasionally bring it in for Guild Wars offensively, but no, I would not use it defensively. AI will almost never use it correctly. They'll either try aiming the Devours on things that have immune to Devour, they will not target its boost ratio damage correctly, like whenever there's a kill, and stuff like that. It's pretty bad under AI control. That's why you almost never see it under AI control. Many things are pretty bad under AI control, though, in all fairness. But that is particularly bad, that one, unfortunately. Same as Wolf Garrick. They both just never target correctly. It's almost a problem just with Devour options in general. Like, even Great Maul doesn't target correctly. Like, one of the more notorious Devours in the game. Oh, we're gonna end at 37 here. No way to stop it. It's like our 5th one now that stopped, like, within 3 short of the number we need. It happens. Kind of completely random if we're just taking moves as quickly as we possibly can, if it will or will not. I do try paying attention to it whenever it is starting to get somewhat close, just so we can try adjusting. But there's not always enough board to be able to adjust with in order to get it. Okay, move that over. In like the middle of nowhere now. If this was a natural map, it'd be so bad just because of how many low resources we have stuck at the bottom. Luckily, we're not playing it as a real map. Right side of the board is so congested. Take that little gold. Oh, apparently it's 5 times gold now. Looks like we're going to 50 at this point. Hopefully we can reach it. There we go, grab that. Come on, extra turns, we need you. There we go, exactly what we needed. Okay, we have more than enough turns now. Now we need to make sure we don't get any extra turns at all. I don't want that. It's an extra turn. There we go. And we'll end at 51. Okay, let's go backtrack real quick. How many more we need? We need another... Yeah, that was about right when I said there was about 80 left. So now we need 75, right? Yep, 75 more to go. Let's keep going. You want to try getting that done now just to get it out the way?
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Wait, is this 65?
Extra turn.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably 65.
Extra turn.
Didn't carry the one. Do they actually still do that in schools? Like, make you show you... Does anyone who have kids, do you know if they still make you do that in school? Like, where you have to go and, like, show your work and carry the one and all that good stuff? I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Any of you who've been raised in the last, like, decade or two. But I don't know, is that still a thing?
Extra turn.
Like, how you have to show all your work with all the things. I was actually pretty good at math. It was one of the subjects I absolutely loved in school because there was always a way to find the answer. Even if you had no clue what you were doing, you could always figure out what the answer is because it's math. But with things like history and stuff, I was always pretty bad because if you don't know what the answer is, there's no method that you could use to figure out the answer. Or at least math always had at least some method that you could use. I was also really good at multiple choice. because I'm really good at figuring out what's, particularly if it's like a certain teacher, like what kind of methodology they choose for their multiple choice options. And it was kind of funny. I remember some kind of testing I did while in middle school for some kind of high school like honors thing, and I personally like didn't know what most of the content actually was like on these quizzes things that we were like handing out, but I was able to still get insanely good scores on them just because I know how to do multiple choice questions. Like, it doesn't even matter what subject it was on. I think some of it was science, some of it was math, and one other thing, I forgot what it was, but forget exactly how well I scored on it, but it was enough to actually pass the thing, and it barely knew like any of it at all. It was just because of just multiple choice knowledge and how to actually do them correctly. Kind of weird. But I like doing stuff like that. It's an interesting challenge.
Extra turn.
Let's see. I'll take that down. Grab all the gold coins. Common Core is confusing to the parents. What is Common Core? I've never heard of that. I'd probably be confused by it too.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
I go grab that down. Take our chests. Oh, is this going to be one of those accidental vault maps? I've done that before.
Extra turn.
Accidentally getting a vault. Actually, I don't think I've ever actually completely accidentally gotten a vault. But you know, you start seeing that you have like some red chests next to each other, and then it's like, whoops, let's go move this together. And then it's like, oops, I almost accidentally got a vault while just taking the quickest move I could possibly take. It happens sometimes. Very unlikely though, obviously.
Extra turn.
But it happens. Like, I guess now we're kind of trying to take the moves now. Now I'm just trying to get a vault at this point. Okay, I'll move that. Take the thing right there. I think we actually got one. It started with us not trying. I guess the last several moves I technically have been trying to get it, though.
Extra turn.
Yep, and there's a vault. Oh, no, it's not. Oops, I moved the thing incorrectly. Whoops. There we go. Oh, nope, that's not a vault either. The chest is going to be too far down. I need it to be right there, but if I do it there, it'll drop. Oh no, we're not going to get a vault. No! Well, actually, it's actually a good thing we don't get a vault. It's more loot if we don't get a vault. The only way a vault would be more loot than not getting a vault would be if it's 2 gem keys. If it's any drop other than 2 gem keys, 3 green chests is actually better, oddly enough. Doesn't make any sense, but that's how maps currently are. One of the reasons why maps are so bad. Trying to actually get good resources is a bad thing. It makes your overall loot weaker, not stronger most of the time. Oh, there we go. We got a vault. Hey, we got a vault. Without trying. I guess technically we did start trying at the end there, so not quite. But there we go. Actually, this map's going on for a while. Gosh. Let's go end it. Take that. Grab that. Just trying to end it at this point. Take that. Take that. Boom. What we should have been doing the entire time. Oh, there we go. What did I get from the vault key? Oh, that went a little bit too quick. It looked like glory keys. 3 glory keys. Or 6 glory keys, I mean. Yeah, that's not really too good. That's 120 glory. That's it's not horrible, but definitely pretty underwhelming. It's like 1 glory gnome. Glory gnome's worst drop is better than the mid-range drop for a vault. That's how bad treasure hunt currently is relative to the other things in the game. But it's technically worth it during an event because we're getting extra 8 gem keys at the end of this.
Extra turn. Extra turn.
The deliberate dumbing down of America. Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember having to take phonics classes in middle school. I was horrible at them because I was always really bad at pronouncing stuff. I was even in like a special education thing just to for pronunciation and stuff like that, just because I was so bad at it, and I still am. Proud of it though. Embrace it. But Yeah, I was always bad at it. Even when they ended up taking me out of the classes. Just because I kind of like outgrew it. Because I was like in honor classes, yeah, I was still struggling with pronouncing stuff. But they basically had to take me out because I was basically, it was kind of weird. I was at one point simultaneously in honor classes and special education classes at the exact same time. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it happens. It's just because I'm really bad at pronouncing stuff. Let's see. Good evening, Dracable Z fan. Welcome.
Extra turn, extra turn, extra turn.
Let's see. We'll take that. Grab that over. It's all making so much sense now. I know, right? Okay. We'll take that over. Grab the last of the silver coins. Actually, almost the whole board is silver coins at this point. Oh, wait, why did I take that extra turn? We didn't need that. You know what? We might as well commit to it now. We already took one. Let's see. We'll take that over. Random red chest. Come on, vault. Go. No, there's no way we're going to get a vault with what's left. What do we take? What do we take? Let's grab that for now. I know, we're not going to be able to reach it. Very unlikely. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, I probably do have dyslexia. I was never tested for it, but I know almost for sure my dad has it. Like, there's almost... There's like a near 100% chance he has it. With how horrible his reading skills is and everything. And I do mix up words and numbers a lot. Even images. It's kind of weird. My eyes just mix things up sometimes. Oh, that is not the move I wanted. Well, we got a red chest out of it. And a gigantic cascade. Let me go for the 5 times, might as well. We're still low enough, or we're still high enough on turns that we might as well go for every extra turn we see if we can grab it quick enough.
Extra turn.
I'm sure taking the gold. Let's see. Grab that. Get our 5 times in there. Get off the side. What do we take? What do we take? What do we take? Just move that for now, I guess. Move that. And that's match. 46. Weird number to end on. That's what we get for trying to take the extra turn ones. We'll check in a few more maps, because we did get that one good map that boosted up quite a bit. I believe we're still about 40 short or so. They feel like they go a lot quicker than they actually are. Well, the maps themselves are going quick, it's just the number of increase is very small. Because even though we're doing this many turns, even if we do like 50 turns, it only counts for 5 gems towards all that we need. Hello, Adam. Welcome. When you finish treasure maps, could you do a short explanation of teams to use for delves? Fangmore, Warrens, Primal, and maybe I. Sure. Do you have Iron Guts? Because I believe the answer to almost all of those is Iron Gut and Megavore. Various teams around those 2 troops. Most high-level delves do require at least one of the really big high-level delve troops. Those things are include Ubistet, Megavore, Iron Guts, and those are pretty much the biggest ones. And I guess technically Possessed King, but he's not really that required compared to the other few. And technically Weaver, just because it synergizes really good with Megavore, but it's not required. It's definitely more important to have Megavore than it is to have Weaver. So why is our turn count so high? Oh, are we just about to do an accidental vault? It looks like an accidental vault. Let's see. Maybe we'll go try for a vault. We're so close that we might as well. Let's see. Take that. Oh, it's so close. Wait. We could grab that. We could do that. Boom. Boom. We got ourselves another vault. It's funny how some maps could just get that lucky. That without even trying, you just here have a vault. Oh, why'd I take that? We were gonna end our turns before we could use that extra turn that we just got. Yeah, we're not. Oh no, we might reach it. No, we're not. We'd have to get a super lucky cascade. But that was a super lucky cascade. Not an extra turn though. There we go. Oops, I clicked too quickly. What did we get from that? Oh no! Well, it had to have been glory then. Wait, how little glory does that give? Whoa, how little glory is that? Let me go double check this stream. It probably showed it for like half a second. Let's see. We got... Yeah, we did get glory from it. I didn't see the number. Let's go back frame by frame. It faded out too quickly. Looks like 40 glory. I can't quite tell, though. That's it? That's all you get from a vault key is 40 glory. It's even worse than the 120 glory you get from six glory keys. That's like 1/5 the worst drop of a glory gnome. Why'd I take that for 4 times? It was literally just sitting there for 5 times, and I take it 4 times. But that's why you never bother going for vaults. They are horrible. They are the absolute worst. Say Karkaroff? Karkaroff. I don't think I say that incorrectly. Pretty sure I say that correctly. Oh, I should have taken that for 5 times. I might not have enough extra turns now. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we will. Oh, we have way more than enough. Actually, we might even be able to go to 40 at this point. Let's see. Can we make it a 40? Move that. Do we have a drop for it? Yes, we do. Grab that. That over. Take our extra turn. That should be enough, right? No, we're 1 short. All we need is 1 extra turn. Go. There we go. Boom. That's the exact amount we need. No, it's not. Never mind. 1 more than enough. Oh no, it gave us more turns. Don't want more turns. There we go. Deliberately not take that, because I don't think we would have been able to reach 50. Okay, let's go check real quick. Also, we almost have 25,000 gems. A little bit short. We're, did it update? Yeah, it updated. We're 49 short of 25,000 gems, and we're 30 short of getting this event done. So let's keep going. 30 more to go. Oops, that is not the one I meant to click on. Oh, I never did use my 4 battles for this, did I? I'll do that off stream. It's not really anything interesting. It's just do the 4 battles, or get the 5th battle from our Valraven. Then we get 10 gems and 20 free Sentinel XP. I need to make sure I go do that later, but I'm not going to bother doing that now. All that will really do is just raise our Sentinel probably like 1 level and give us 10 gems.
Extra turn.
The leaderboard for it's probably at like base 60 right now. I wouldn't be surprised if you need at least 60 to get onto leaderboard. I didn't actually bother checking it. I probably should go do that before the end of the stream, just to see how ridiculously high it is. It's one of the reasons why it's never worth really doing it on the week of the event. Because if you were to wait for, let's say, when it comes back through an event again, even though that'd be ages from now. But for example, if you were just to do it on a class event where it's just a normal Thursday event of a already repeated hero class, all you'd really need is like 46 or so. Probably even a little bit less, but somewhere around that general ballpark. Whereas if you try doing it on an event week, it's at minimum like 50% higher than you would normally need to go. Because people buy way further on the packs. So far, some people buy so far in the packs they don't even bother doing all their battles. Because it's so many battles to have to do. Did I really just stop at 29? It definitely was supposed to go to 30. Actually, let me go do that right now. I'm too curious to not check it. What do we have? We have a leaderboard that's currently at... higher than I thought. I was saying 60. It's at 72 right now. Normally you need like 42 or so. It's at 72. That is very high. But yeah. Anyways, also, half people didn't even bother doing the normal free events because we're at the top 40% and we haven't even done up to all the frees. That means half the people in the game don't even bother doing the event halfway, or all the free battles for the event, I mean. That or they lost Valravens or something. But, I don't know, how could you lose that many Valravens? I guess you maybe could have with really low stats. But, otherwise, you should be able to kill them pretty easily.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
That, or you could get, I guess, get super unlucky with like 5 times into the enemy. It does happen ever so occasionally. Anything going on this week? Yes. Tower of Doom Brown again. And main noteworthy thing is new Mythic this Friday. Is the only really noteworthy thing coming out this week. Yeah, new Mythic this Friday is basically the only real noteworthy thing. It's an okay one. It's mainly just going to be used in true damage teams. It fills a nice hole in mechs. I don't think it's going to make mechs completely viable again, unfortunately. But it does seem pretty decent. There's various true damage teams you'll be able to get away with it. Oddly enough, Trickster Shot with the new Mythic would actually be pretty nice. Trickster Shot, a mana-generating troop, and 2 of the new Mythic could potentially be a team. Though it's probably not worth getting 2 of them. He's pretty underwhelming. But if we do randomly get 2, I hope we do. That would probably be the team I'd mess around with. But we'll find something for it. He's mainly just going to be used in true damage. I don't really foresee him being used in anything other than that. Oh good, we hit exact for once. Right on the 50. At least no turns at all. The best thing about this game is that you do not need to pay real money. Oh yes, this game's free-to-play economy is actually insanely good for a free-to-play game. It has been slightly better in the past, but even in the current state of the game, it has a really good free-to-play model. I still wish they would adjust some of their paying models, though, because some of them are, like, they way overvalue stuff. But as far as actually being able to play this game completely free-to-play, it is set up in a pretty much perfect way to be able to do so, which is nice. They definitely give you plenty of resources for a free-to-play game. Super generous in that regard. There are still many people that are like maxed out that haven't paid a single cent as well. Not like too many, but probably like 1% of the people that have literally everything do have free-to-play. Pretty sure most people at some point just spend a little bit though, either for just free scouting or for Death Knight armor or for just supporting the developers. Okay. But yeah, with how this free-to-play game is set up, I normally don't even mind whenever I do spend a little bit of money on the game. I haven't for a while, though. But it normally isn't that big a deal, because their free-to-play model is pretty nice. Oh, come on, move. There we go. Well, we'll take that down. Grab our little bit right there. Take that. Actually, I probably should do another video going over how to play this game efficiently free-to-play. The hardest part is when you first start. Once you get into a really good guild, it becomes super easy. But getting started 100% free-to-play is super hard to do, actually. It's probably where they make most of their money, is from people like joining into the game and then spending a little bit of money to get their account started, which is very helpful. It does save a lot of time. But the people that overspend or don't spend correctly with that money is probably where they make the most amount of money from, actually. I wouldn't be surprised. That and, of course, whales. There's always whales for games. I just spend thousands regardless. There are multiple people that have spent over 9,000 on this game. Well, whatever makes them happy. We'll take that. I wish I had that much spare money. Let's see. We'll take a... Actually, that much would pretty much be my entire bank account right now. Including my emergency funds. Because I only have about 10,000 in spare cash right now. And most of that's emergency fund stuff, because I don't have health care, or health insurance right now, I mean. But most of that's just for emergency expenses. Did I really just stop on 49? Fail. Let's see, we'll grab that, get our gold down. see. We'll grab that over, take our little bit of bronze coin, get a free turn. Actually, probably after this battle, we can check to see how far we've gone. Should only need like 5 more or so after this. Or it could already be there. I overshot it on the previous tier by like 20 or so. Actually, no, it was only 6. So overshot it though. Let's see. Move that over, grab the grab the bags, take that over. We got the 5 times, so we could go for the 40 now. Should be able to reach it. And now we just need 1 extra turn. Oops, that's not the way I meant to move it. There we go, we got it. And now we just move stuff until we lose, which means we win. We lose, or we win when we lose. Seems about right. Oh, so why am I taking extra turns? That was a waste, because there's no way we're going to reach 40 here unless we get super lucky Cascade. Or if I grab that 5 times, which is actually going to lower our loot, so... I don't know, how badly do we want it? Not that badly, I'm not going for it. We get more loot keeping them like that. So I'll keep it exactly like that, and go check it. Let's see. Well, we obviously haven't gotten it yet. But 11 more is how many we need. That should be about 3 more maps, depending on how they go. And you only take about a minute anyways. That should take a little bit more than a minute. It is possible to get them done in a minute. You have to take the moves very quickly though. And have 100% focus. Where you constantly take one move, then the next move, and then the next move, and next move. A little tedious having to do it that intense though. I sometimes do, but very rarely. Oops, that's not the way I meant to move it. Grab that, grab that, grab that. Doesn't feel like this board has no moves. Okay, grab that one. Because so many non-similar resources are next to each other. Or at least now they are. Now they're kind of next to each other. That are the ones I'm looking at aren't next to each other. That could be the other issue. There we go. Because I do tend to focus more on the coins than the bigger resources. And almost just ignore the bigger resources because I'm not trying to actually combine them. Because every single resource beyond chest starts to lose value. Or including chests themselves. Every resource beyond bags starts losing value if you actually start combining them together. If you're playing a real map, you do want to combine them as quickly as possible. But whenever you're playing speed maps, you basically just ignore them. Otherwise, you lose value. Come on, move. There we go. Grab that.
Extra turn.
Okay, take that over, grab a drop on there, take the other one. Let's see, that cascades for us, didn't even need to take it. So that looks like we stop at 40. And then again, after getting that, we might be able to go a little further. We could try pushing it to 50. Need a few more extra turns in there. 2 more. That or 1 5 times will do it. Okay, now we just need 1 more turn. Come on. Where is it? Not it. Oh no! No! 41! I mean 49! Worst possible way to stop at it. Okay, 2 more maps should do it. Unless this map goes really well. Which, based on this board, it doesn't look like it will. You know what? Maybe it will. I will take that, grab that one. Come on, move. Take that over, grab that, grab that. Yeah, it looks like we'll need 1 more map after this. Doesn't look like this is going to go to 60 or anything particularly high. Especially if I keep taking moves like that.
Extra turn. Extra turn. Extra turn.
Let's just deliberately not take that for an extra turn, and there we go. Okay, 1 more map should do it. And then we get our 8 gem keys, which is definitely worth it, because 8 gem keys is what? You minus 1 gem from it, so multiply that by 9. That is math. 72. That is 72 gems worth of gem keys. which is pretty good value, especially since we spent only like 45 minutes or so at it. Probably even a little bit less. Actually, probably a little bit more, because I was talking and stuff during that time. But that could easily be done in like half an hour, the remaining amount that we needed. And the whole thing could be done in 2. Alright, there we go. Let's grab that over. Actually, it doesn't even matter how far we go. We're probably only like 2 short right now. So we'll stop it exactly at 20. Should be enough. Yeah, let's take whatever here. Okay, is that enough? Watch, we're gonna be 1 short. It should be a few over though. Yep, it is. There we go. And it is 2 over. Oh, that means that entire map we just did was not needed. Alright, there we go. We got our 8 gem keys. And that was the main thing I wanted there. Let's see. You bought Death Knight armor to support the devs and got the free scout and... Oh yeah, Death Knight armor is basically the best purchase you can make in the game. If you were to make only 1 purchase in the game, it is Death Knight armor. It's basically the buy option for Gems of War. Even though Gems of War doesn't have like a buy option that they technically advertise, it's essentially buying the Death Knight armor pack. Because it gives you Death Knight armor, which has 100% bonus for everything. It gives you a bunch of your starting keys, so you can actually start with some okay teams. Because it gives you a little bit of everything: gem keys, event keys, glory keys. I think it even gives a few VIP keys, I forget. But it definitely gives you like all the core keys to start getting an actual good team. And it gives you free scouting, because you only need to spend $30 and that costs $50, depending on your currency. And yeah, it's definitely the best, only if you were to only make 1 purchase thing, just to get everything started. But anyways, guys, does anyone have any questions or anything you want me to go over or anything that I missed? Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over the new troop, which actually there isn't much to go over with it. All it is like a shuffle all enemies. It's an extremely big troll troop, but it's not really going to be viable for invading with. Other than that, we'll have the start of Brown Tower of Doom, so that's probably going to be the biggest thing we go over, is messing around with Brown Tower of Doom. And other than that, yeah, that's basically it as far as the main things. Delves I'll probably do off stream, and it'll pretty much just be a whole stream of Tower of Doom for the most part, because that's the only main thing we really have to go over for the most part. Next Gnome event is actually not till a month from now. I believe it was March 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a whole month away. This one was a little bit delayed compared to normal. I think it was like 5-6 weeks away. Oh yeah, sorry, Adam. Delve teams. So, which ones do you need it for? All-Seeing Eye is Mountain Crusher or Dragon's Eye, Apothecary, any true troops. Biggest ones would be things like Iron Gut, Possessed King. But the biggest premise of your team is Mountain Crusher or Dragon's Eye into Apothecary. You can solo pretty much everything with that. Worst comes to worst, you can run Mang with Apothecary as well and solo everything with that. We even literally just did that. Our whole team was just that. We did that on Saturday. Our whole team was just Mang as Sentinel hero class with Apothecary, and it soloed the entirety of All-Seeing Eye Delve at level 500. So, yeah, you could easily just win it with that. As far as, what are the other ones you wanted? Primal Rift, I ended up running a Skull Spam variant, similar team. I ended up running Mang, Apothecary, Keeper of Souls, and Queen Aurora. You could also run Possessed King instead, either or works for final slots. You could also just put any support troop, though those two do work the best. For Warrens, I don't really know one good for Warrens yet, because I haven't personally gotten to test Warrens yet, because we've been stuck at farming it. But it's green yellow, right? So you'd probably use... what even is the bigger options you would have there? You would probably use a Divine Skull Spam team then. So something like Mang, Apothecary... Oh wait, duh, you can still use Mang Apothecary, never mind. You can just run Mang Apothecary. But you can also run the new Quillin Divine Ishbalo combo, which is more recent, so you might even have it laying around as well. You can use Mang in first slot with Quillin, Queen Jezebel, and then one other troop, and use that. Warrens, yes, Warrens you can end up using Iron Gut for, which would end up being, what's that? Wait. Oh yeah, duh, never mind. Yeah, you can use Iron Gut for Warrens too, I forgot. He uses yellow. For his color, so you could just use it for Warrens with Mountain Crusher and everything, with Apothecary. But yeah, you could just actually run standard Iron Gut there. I forgot. I keep forgetting that he uses yellow. I don't know why I keep thinking he's different color, but he's brown, blue, yellow. For whatever reason, I keep thinking he uses different colors than that. Let's see. Have I gone over the list? No, I did not end up going over the list. I was going to go and make it up for... I was supposed to do it for tonight, but I'll be doing it for tomorrow night for you and for everyone else, just to make sure that we have a comprehensive divided list for every single category. And then it'll be easier to take more ideas, and then I'll be able to hand it to them in a few days, just to kind of go over it. I don't know how much they'll actually be able to implement in the near future, but I figured I'd send it to them because why not? And I know some other people have been wanting to mention it to them too, some various stuff, and they might not always hear it. But if I mention it like during the beta thing, they'll definitely see it to some degree, as well as some of the people that specifically work on the game rather than just the devs or the support team or something like that. Because the people in the beta are the actual people who are like coding and doing other things with the game. So it'd be a little bit more impactful if they actually see it as well. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. We'll be back in, as I mentioned, 1 hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time as always. And we'll have a video up tomorrow morning going over whatever's new in Delve, the new troop, stuff for Tower of Doom. Of course, we went over it last time for Brown, but I believe we do have a few more options. One of them being Iron Gut. I don't believe Lord King Iron Gut was available previous Brown Guild Wars. I mean, previous Brown Tower of Doom, but now we do. So we'll be able to mess around with various stuff with that. And yeah, we have a few more options than previously. So we'll see exactly how that pans out. Plus, we have Sentinel Hero class, which is going to be pretty decent for it, particularly if you have it level 70 or higher. Not sure if most people have it up that high yet, but it'd definitely be pretty useful. But anyways, guys, I'll be heading out for now. Thanks for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone, and best of luck with next week.